Hey everyone, welcome back to Pitchside Plates. I'm Ben with your go-to guide for stadium eats here at Energizer Park. Today we're on a 3-part journey, reviewing the toasted ravioli and cheesesteak fries from Olive and Oak, and after a little burger mishap, we managed to track down a Smashburger from City Grill. Now, why are we doing this? Because stadium food isn't just about grabbing a bite, it's part of the experience. Whether you're here with friends, family, or flying solo, we want to help you navigate the food scene so you get the best flavors without breaking the bank. I can help you score some awesome food in your budget. Before we dive in, here's a little challenge for you. Comment below with your absolute favorite stadium snack. Are you a hot dog purist? Are you a nacho aficionado? Are you a sweet tooth who can't resist churros? And while you're at it, share your tips for snagging deals. I'm all ears for insider hacks. Alright, first stop, Olive and Oak. Located in section 219, this spot is a favorite among fans for its local inspired menu. Nestled right below the home supporter section, it's a prime location for grabbing food without missing any of the action. Now here's a tip for you, skip the lines and use the mobile app to order ahead. Trust me, the less time you spend waiting, the more time you'll have to soak in the electric energy of the game. Funny story, when I tried ordering their burger, they were already sold out before the game even started. Talk about bad timing. It just goes to show how popular their menu items are. If there's something you're craving, plan ahead to avoid disappointment. Luckily, my burger hunt took me to City Grill over in section 120. The vibe here is just as lively, and watching their Smashburger cook on the griddle was like witnessing art in action. Let's just say my faith in stadium burgers was officially restored. But first, let's talk about that toasted ravioli from Olive and Oak. This is a St. Louis classic that's beloved by locals, but does it live up to its reputation when served at a stadium? Let's dig in. At $14.99 for 5 ravioli, we're looking at about $3 per piece. Yikes. If you've had these at local restaurants, you'll know that that's a steep markup for such a small portion. For $15, I expected a tray full of ravioli, but instead this feels more like an appetizer than a meal. If you're here with a family or a group of friends, this won't fill you up, and it might leave you feeling shortchanged. So unfortunately, the toasted ravioli at Olive and Oak is going to get 1 star for budget. It's expensive and the portion just really doesn't justify the price. However, on shareability, ravioli is something that is very easy to share, but in practice it might be a little tricky. Groups of 2 or 4 will end up battling over who gets the last one, or cutting it awkwardly in half. Meat sauce is flavorful, but the portion is small, so if you're sharing you might run out of sauce before you finish. Because the T-Ravs are individual pieces of food, I'm going to give this a 2 for shareability, just because of the simplicity of it. But there's not a lot there to share. Now on the flavor, here's the upside. The raviolis were crispy and not soggy, which is a huge win for stadium food. The meat filling was well seasoned, and the cheese addition was a pleasant surprise. The meat sauce was warm and very flavorful, and a great complement to the toasted ravioli. While the flavor delivers, the portion size leaves you wanting more, especially given the price. However, on flavor I'm going to give this 3 stars because the toasted ravioli was pretty darn good. Next up, my burger hunt took me to Smashburger from City Grill. This is just below Olive and Oak down in section 120. I was disappointed Olive and Oak ran out of burgers, but I'm happy that I found Smashburger. Looking at budget friendliness, at $16.99, chips were included with the burger, which is a bonus I was not expecting. And that compared to Olive and Oak's pricier burger option makes this feel like a much better deal. The portion size isn't massive, but it is substantial. For stadium food under $20 that includes a side, this is a rare find. I'm going to give this 3 stars for budget friendliness, because you get a full-size burger and a healthy portion of chips. Shareability, on the other hand, is not so good. While it is possible to split the burger, you really don't want to. The burger is not very big, and you're just going to get a few bites here and there that you'll actually be able to share. The chips are shareable, but unfortunately the batch that we got was mostly crumbs, so it was not the most convenient for sharing. So I'm going to give this 2 stars, just because the chips could be improved and more easily shared, and the burger could be cut in half. Now for flavor. I enjoyed watching them cook the burgers on the griddle. Seeing that meat sizzle on the griddle, putting that cheese on there, watching it melt. I always enjoy these open kitchen concepts, where you can actually see and anticipate how good the food is going to taste. and it tasted great. The edges of the meat were crispy, and the cheese was melted perfectly. The meat was not dry, it was still moist, which is kind of surprising for a Smashburger, but they pulled it off really well. The tangy special sauce was a nice touch, but I could have used more pickles to balance out the flavors. Overall, it's a solid stadium burger that really hits the spot if you're in the mood for one. I'm going to go ahead and rate the burger 2 stars, because it was good, but it was not extraordinary. Last, but certainly not least, is the Cheesesteak Fries from Olive & Oak. A dish that combines comfort and excitement all in one tray. From a budget-friendliness perspective, at $14.99, the dish offers way more food than the toasted ravioli, and feels like a proper meal. If you're looking for value, this is one of the best options at the stadium. It's hearty, satisfying, and won't leave you hungry. 3 stars for budget friendliness. It is a great value for the price. Shareability. The large tray makes it easy to share, but it is very, very messy. Forks and napkins are a must, especially if you're splitting this with friends. I'm going to rate this 2 stars for shareability. Now for flavor. This dish is an absolute winner. The steak was tender, perfectly seasoned, the cheese was melted beautifully over the fries, and the peppers added a spicy kick that took it to the next level. The fries underneath were still crispy and not soggy. You cannot ask for better cheesesteak fries, especially at a stadium. If you are sensitive to spice, skip the peppers, but personally, I think they're a must. The cheesesteak fries from Olive & Oak easily win 3 stars on flavor. It is a bold flavor that scores a culinary hat trick. Alright, so here's the final breakdown. The toasted ravioli from Olive & Oak gave it a 1 star on budget, 2 star on shareability, and 3 star for flavor. It's not a bad option if you're just looking for a little snack, but there's not a lot of food with it. It is tasty, but it will leave you hungry. Next up was the Smashburger from City Grill. The burger is what you would expect from stadium food. It's pretty good, and if you really wanted to share it, you could. The flavor exceeded my expectations, and that's why I got 2 stars on flavor instead of just 1. Now moving on to the dish that won the day, the cheesesteak fries from Olive & Oak. At $14.99, they were a great value, pretty shareable, and the flavor was outstanding. This is one of my highest recommendations at the stadium at this point. Now it's your turn. Share your stadium food favorites and tips in the comments below. Let's uncover more hidden gems together. Thanks for tuning in to Pitchside Plates. I'll see you the next match day for another round of tasty reviews. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our next video.